You want your own piece of land? You want to live in the country? You tired of the city life? The stress of all those bills? Stick around, because this may be what you're looking for.
We can already see it's so light. Just looking at this sort of natural scenery, dirt, trees, the sky.
Tired of the city life? The stress of all those bills?
Yeah, the city life, I mean, it can be romantic from like you watch some videos or read some books and you find it romantic, the Empire State Building, the. And then again, I was going to say the Central Park because inevitably, when you live artificially surrounded by man made buildings, you inevitably crave being surrounded by what's actually natural.
Stick around, because this may be what you're looking for. First thing you need to do is buy some land. I bought my land cheap. It's 30 acres, and it's
There is free land. If you go on Google Maps and tap the satellite view, you can find giant wildernesses where nobody is controlling for miles and miles and miles. Basically, the equivalent of a national park, but it's like places which have no roads there, which are basically in the middle of nowhere, within mountains, whatever. Those type of places are completely free, and you can get as big as you wish as a land. You can get your own territory, like the same as a lion's pride.
beautiful. I had somebody finance it, and I have bad credit. It was easy. It was what they call in-house finance. It's kind of like when you get a car from a buy here, pay here. So here's the deal.
The thing is, if you are working and if you have a bunch of money on the side, you can get some conveniences. You can actually get a piece of land that's more connected to a city or a village or whatever. You can get a sort of more artificial type of house, which gives you some conveniences, some comforts. Of course, you can pay for internet every single month.
I bought this land from a company that sells off-grid property. I wanted it off-grid because I didn't want bills, and I wanted to be away from the city, and I wanted my own land, a piece of land that I actually owned.
I mean, that's quite egotistical. Like, who cares if it's yours or not, as long as you can use it as yours?
Didn't have the money to build a house on this property, so I moved this camper on my property.
I mean, it's more than enough. Any sort of trailer or camper or whatever you want to call it, it's more than enough as a house. I mean, what the hell do you need? If you live in a place with a temperate climate and you can build some sort of system to have a equivalent of a porch, and yeah, just put some chairs and just enjoy the day, just be a chill guy, a chill dude, a chill gal, and yeah, you don't have to do nothing. I mean, look at your dog or your cat or whatever, they don't do nothing, they just enjoy relaxing, basically. They will sleep during the night, during the day, whenever they feel like. They will eat whenever they feel like. They will play whenever they feel like. I mean, why not do the same? I mean, that's true freedom. And even if you surround yourself with only natural foods, such as meat, eggs, in the autumn, some honey and some smaller fruits, you can eat as much as you want. You will have great health doing so. You will improve tremendously. Some people, because they ruined their health, now they have to do this carnivore diet or this even lion diet, just eating, for example, some ground beef and water, and that's it. And yeah, I mean, as long as you feel great in your own skin, why not?
And that's what I stayed in. The roads weren't very good when I got here, but now they're pretty nice. I put this gate up here at the front of the property to keep the...
I mean, you can, depends on how often do you want to leave and enter the property, and how close are utilities, so to speak. If you just want to go once in a while, you can just buy a scooter, those electric ones or something like equivalent of that. Even a electrical bicycle that mimics a motorcycle. And yeah, you don't even need to build a road like you did. You can just leave it on the entrance or whatever, within the gates, of course, if you feel more secure that
Bad
way.
guys out. I made these roads up through here so I could have access to the place I wanted to build my house. I sold some stuff, saved up $8,000.
I mean, look at that. I don't know if that's the case, but I think it's 40 foot in like foot measurements. It's basically 12 meters by around 2 meters in width. I mean, that's more than enough for anybody. You can have your bedroom, your how do you call it? Your bathroom, a full kitchen, a full living room.
Bought this shed. I started working on the inside to make it into a home. First, I put in all the electric. I ran the wiring from the breaker box to all the plug receptacles, and then I wired in these lights. I did insulation, ran all these water lines, put in a nice large shower. I even made my own toilet. You put the bag in the bucket and
I mean, look at
close
that.
the lid.
I would personally prefer to just buy already insulated container. There's these ones that are called high cube, I believe. They are higher, so that you can put a 2.5 meter tall ceiling like already inside. And if they are from previous refrigeration, they already have insulation. There are some companies that already build them with the insulation. You can just buy the metal frame and you yourself add some SIPS panels, which are basically OSB wood, and then some insulation, like imagine some 6 centimeters of insulation, like and then some more OSB, something as thick as this, and yeah, within you can make it actually a house. You don't need to make it as bare bones as this. You can put a full-on toilet, a full-on sink, an actual common glass-covered shower.
Put in this instant hot water heater and made sure we're gonna have hot water. Started putting up the sheet.
Just a hint, if you gradually come to live more and more naturally, you will start smelling less and less. If you then transition to just wearing wool, for example, for your clothes, your bacteria from your perspiration will even proliferate less. So you will just find the need to just watch your pits once in a while, something like that. Just like true hunter campers do when they figure out how to simplify their routine. And you don't actually need to shower ever, really. Your hair the same. If you want, you can just take a shower once a month or something. But yeah, if you don't need to shower, then you don't need a heater, which saves a lot of hassle.
We put in these cabinets, built this matching little bar here in the center. I installed this wood burning stove to keep us warm in the winter time.
Then again, you can put a beautiful sort of mini kitchen, and that just looks like one from your house. That brand that sold one mini house to Elon Musk as a guest bedroom, what's it called, Boxable. They look like an actual house. You can go do something more close to that from within a container or any sort of other frame that you wish. The advantage of buying a container is because of its measurements. It can be towed, I think it's the name. It can be transported in a normal truck, a normal semi. Then with the heating situation, if it's insulated on the bottom, on the sides, on the roof, like it seems it is his case, and insulated something like PVC or some no bridging aluminium, and you face your little house with the windows to south or very close to that, I mean, you don't need no heating. I mean, the light that will come and shine through from the morning till the end of the day will be more than enough to warm up the house. And if you do some shading, like I said, to make some sort of porch situation in the summer, then the higher sun won't get into your house, and the lower sun from the winter will. So ideal all
This is my
year.
6,000-gallon water tank that's filled up by the rain gutters. Built this pump house behind it for the pump and the filtration system. Now we have water like a normal household. I designed this do-it-yourself solar system to run the entire cabin.
Look at that. If you just need like what's actually needed, which is to run a fridge and to run some outlets to charge your phone, your laptop, whatever. Maybe you want to have a full-on desktop. Maybe even you want to have a TV. I mean, you can see from that area. I mean, he probably has the something else which takes up more, but the current high efficiency solar panels are more than enough for the size of a 40-foot container. If you just fill on the roof, it will look more aesthetic, it will be more discreet to just have it on the roof of your container.
This is the battery shed. And that's my battery bank. It's what runs the house at night when there's no solar power. This is the...
Then again, there are far simpler situations than this. There are some, what's it called? Sort of like, you know, those batteries that can charge your phone, those power banks. There is the equivalent of that with more battery. And yeah, then instead of just having no fridge during the night, yeah, you can run your fridge from that. And during the day, having the sun charge your
inverter by EG4 that powers up the whole house. Really wasn't too hard. I did a little bit of studying online. I got on some of the solar forums when I...
Yeah, you can see the area that he has. I mean, this is probably just like 3 meters wide and around the 10, yeah, 12 meters long, which is just a little bit more than the container dimensions. And since it's a little bit more, I mean, it shades you, so you can actually do 3 roads like that and already have the porch being made with the solar panel, and have, for example, an electric car or the scooter or whatever that is charged by this sort of situation.
Did ask questions, and boom, there it was. My first solar system only cost me around $3,400. The lead acid battery...
Yeah, you can see it is a good idea that it's great that you have been working and you have saved some money, because yeah, you can invest on such a situation and have the convenience of a fridge, of charging your phone. You can put some Tesla or whatever, SpaceX internet, and yeah, it's very convenient to buy like a cyber quad or something, and yeah, you have everything that you can ever need in terms of convenience if you want to live more naturally. So as in a sort of a middle ground between extreme artificiality, where you have all of the conveniences, fake food, whatnot, live in the city, have all roads in asphalt, or just living bare bones below a rock shelter that you have to close with a giant rock at night so that predators don't get in, and it might not be that cozy inside. You cannot refrigerate your meats, you cannot watch YouTube videos because you don't have electricity. I mean, it's a good middle ground, what I'm describing,
that I have,
which is basically what he appears to have. Although he has a full-on car, which I believe he has to pay insurance. No, how does it work in the US? In my country, if you own a car, a vehicle that is registered, you need to pay every single month and all years to run it, like sort of taxes and whatnot. It's not just the gas and the mechanic.
Going with that for now. Soon I'll be upgrading to the new lithium batteries, which will last much longer. They're really starting to get cheap. You can still find land owner finance. It's going to be a little more expensive than when I bought it, and you're probably going to need about 12% down. Nope.
This guy, I don't know if he's gonna show you in this video, but he actually has a way to hunt his own meat. I don't know if you've seen that, but if you search for spear hunting, you can just, if there are some, for example, boars in your area, you can just put some food below a tree and you be on top and just drop a spear. You don't even have to throw it, but just drop it with the weight that it has. If it hits one of the boars, you might have dinner. So hunting doesn't need to be about running, and you can actually just get a bow and arrow, a very good metal one, so that you can always recycle the arrows. And yeah, when it comes to game, you don't have to cook. And cooking just destroys everything, really. The more you cook, the more you destroy whatever you eat. That's why it's a good idea to cook, for example, commercial chicken, because it's full of toxins, so you want to kind of destroy them, but you're also destroying the protein and whatnot, which is
Credit or bad credit should be just fine. You want to make sure you find a place that has no covenants, no homeowner associations, and no restrictions, provided you're wanting to live off of the grid. You really want land way out into the country if you want to be self-sufficient like this. You're not going to get in trouble for building your own solar power where I'm at. And no laws against catching rainwater. And where I'm at so far up here into the mountains, there is no trash pickup. I know you...
I mean, even aesthetically, I mean, don't make any sort of trash. I mean, if you live naturally, since you are not buying food, you don't get any sort of containers. And if you want to buy something once in a while, whatever, you want to buy some fish, for example, because you only have meat where you live, just bring your own containers that you wash at home and leave the recyclables to the artificial world of the civilization.
I hate this, but it is legal for me to burn my trash in my state.
Yeah, don't burn anything, even wood. It's just, it's not ideal to make a bunch of fumes.
It's all paid for.
It's work for you, you just gonna make people notice you from all the burning that you are doing. The sky's gonna turn different color. Not intelligent in any sort of way. I mean, if you need to warm yourself, I understand that, but this case, whatever. If you just bought a new phone, just leave the freaking box until you go out to the town with your car or with your vehicle, and then drop it in the trash there. But other than that, yeah, so beautiful, all of this. And he even painted the house greenish, so it looks very blended in.
There's no rent, no electric bill, no land payment, and if I plowed my own garden, I may disappear for good. Y'all are gonna trip out when you see this. Found this dog on the side of the road earlier. What are you so happy about?
Yeah, dogs are tendentially very content with whatever they do. Why? Because they are biochemically well. They physiologically, physically, and consequently mentally and emotionally, they tend to be well because they tend to eat very adapted to their own bodies. They eat mostly animal products, and that's thanks to that they feel mostly well. Mm-hmm.
If you're interested in this lifestyle or you want to know more about it, just leave a comment. I can answer most of your questions. And I left a link for...
You see, it's even sort of symmetrical, this house. It looks aesthetical. If you, I said, if you put the solar panels on the roof, you can get a porch, a permanent one with like 2 pillars on each side, for example. You can leave the water situation on the east of your house, so you face the south, then you have it on the east, so the left side, and it it will sort of blend in if you just sort of design-wise make some sort of distraction, or just leave it there and face it. But yeah, even in terms of feng shui, it's more than okay to have any sort of water, whether it's a bathroom, the kitchen, some sort of way for you to clean yourself, a swimming pool, a reservoir, whatever, in the east, whether for the northern or the southern hemisphere, works pretty well.
With the solar equipment, I definitely keep insurance, I pay an internet bill, and a phone bill. I mean, come on, I wouldn't be able to do my YouTube videos.
Go subscribe to this guy. Thanks for watching.